Hello, this is Coach Clint with Online Coaching. Today I want to talk about delt destruction. In other words, bringing up a lagging body part such as your deltoids, or maybe you guys can get some ideas to maybe add to your workout already, or add a second day to your program. I find that weak parts don't so much need longer workouts, but more often seems to work out better. In other words, add a second day and even possibly a third day. You'd be surprised what the body can do. People think that you overtrain like within a workout, and it just doesn't happen. Our body's an organism that's meant to survive. So here we're starting out with side laterals. In the tri-set, I like to do side laterals, bent over laterals, and then after 2 isolations, get kind of a compound movement, meaning like a row you would do for your back, but you actually target your rear delt with it. I like compound movements in a tri-set sometimes because isolating muscles is great, but they also are meant to work together. So by doing the third exercise in a rowing fashion, it seems to target a bit of the side and bleeds in the rhomboids to the rear delts, and it all ends up in like muscle synergy and flow. And people talk about roundness, and with today's physiques and competitors, they're round, they're full. To achieve that look, you got to train for it. It doesn't just happen by doing your front delt, your side delt, your rear delt, and go home. So Crystal here is doing the rear delt, and now she's going to do what I was talking about, the compound exercise. We just picked the pec deck here, and we decided to row on it. It's a unique exercise. It's not the only one you can do. There's many you can do. But I like this one, and you'll be able to see how it targets what I'm talking about. So Crystal's doing a very short range of motion, just enough. She's not pulling the shoulder blades together, but it's all based on the rotator cuff. So you can see her rear delt slowly coming in, her upper back, which is her rhomboids, and they all start to tie in together. When you do this tri-set and you do it 3 to 4 times, meaning all 3 exercises, with maybe 60 seconds rest in between each tri-set, your shoulders will blow up. And that is where we just plain get started. I like to do that. It tires everything out. It gets you your heart rate going. It burns a lot of calories. Just because you're in the off season doesn't mean you don't want to burn calories. If you can burn calories, you can ingest more calories and stay lean. If you can ingest more calories, you can repair muscle faster. If you repair muscle faster, you grow, hence off season. So now the next exercise I want to do is these rope front raises. Now on this exercise here, I'm going to employ a technique that I call threes. So once Crystal gets tired here doing steady motion, which she just did, now we do groups of 3. So she does 3 and rests. See, she's hurting. 3 more. This is another way of extending the set that I've talked about before. People just end up putting the weight down, which that ends progress. She's toughing it out now. This is where it takes guts. It also takes knowledge. If you don't know, why would you do this? You think I just worked hard, I sit down? We don't sit down. The set continues. Boom, groups of 3. Now she's really getting tired, so it's almost over. You can do maybe 2 sets of that, and believe me, you'll get a hell of a pump because the set probably takes over 60 seconds, maybe 80 seconds to complete. Now I like to bleed everything together from a low angle. So we got the 2 crossover handles just on the base of a cable crossover, and she rows her upper back. Now that will tie in the rear delt again with the center back and the rhomboids this time. That's going to give you a round 3D look from the side. A lot of people have like iron board backs from the side. They got these big bubbly chests, but they got no depth to give you that upper trap, rear delt, rhomboid thickness look. It makes you go from an amateur to a professional real quick. Everything is in the details. I believe in details with nutrition, details with training, details with supplementation. They all play against each other, with each other. In other words, your training reflects your nutrition, which reflects your supplementation. And here's a quick exercise I wanted to show you. I call it dead stop front raises. When you completely finish all this, do one set of this. I set the weight down, dead stop. I can't do anymore, so now I take the arms and I bring them together, take leverage off, and then I burn them out again. Now I'm doing groups. Still not going to quit. One at a time. Why quit when you can still move? Boom, done. Well, I hope some of these ideas can apply to you guys. If you can subscribe to our YouTube page, that would be great. I hope to keep bringing you videos if you still like them, and maybe you can add a few things to your training. Okay, thanks. Coach Clint.